We had an absolute wonderful time here at Jess Miah's house with Roots and Refuge and the Hollars. We had just a great time, but like all good things, you know, this had to come to an end, so we're taking off and then we'll be heading up to Missouri for a stop there and then on to Minnesota home on Sunday. All right, well, goodbyes are always, it's just not fun. But anyway, time to say goodbye.
Ask questions about what the lines are.
Vlog it.
Vlog it.
Vlog it. Can't vlog and stick. There's so much pressure, I gotta get it right. Get it off the face.
Stickers left.
I know, y'all.
She's gonna rip it.
I know.
That one sticker. Oh, wait, there's a child.
Oh, Munchie.
Oh, it's Munchie.
You almost got the Arkansas sticker to your face.
That means you would have to leave him here.
There you go.
There we go.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So crazy.
What's up, Chachi? They're trying to eat that bird.
Joni loves Chachi.
There we go
Good to see you again.
Good seeing you.
Oh my gosh.
Be safe.
You guys be safe on your drive home.
Gotta get a bearded hug with you too.
See ya. Give me a hug.
Alright,
Got
guys.
that all. I know.
Second bye. I'm so bad at it. I'm so bad. I just like, there she is.
Hey.
Three little ones. Three little ones. Alright, guys. Time to say goodbye. I'm bad at goodbyes. Oh, no crying. No crying is allowed.
Crying in baseball.
No.
There's no crying in baseball.
Thank you guys for putting this up. Then it'll be fun, right? And it was a good birthday.
Here we are.
Sitting there in our little spot, holding a rifle and freezing to death. It was like, this is really fun.
Phone says it is. Let's see if it's warmed up at all.
It's like 30 something.
It was 20.
No,
it was
at home,
26.
it is 12 degrees.
Oh, yeah, have fun.
Oh my goodness.
Bless you. I bless you to go back to the
That's
fridge in north.
actually not that bad.
It's just a balmy 12 degrees.
Kinda is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start calling you Ethan Snow, Lord of the North.
You've moved up from king now.
Ethan!
I can
Lord of the North.
Able, the great blessing of being able to be a picture of health in the home, and we just speak blessings. We ask that you would just pour yourself out, that we would get to know you more this year. And thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you.
All right.
Till next time.
Break.
Break.
Ethan! 1, 2, 3. Ethan! Sorry.
Slow, slow, slow.
I was sliding.
I know.
No. Sit.
Over there.
Parallel parking day.
We just ate a great home-cooked meal, and you're never gonna guess where we are.
Well, you're not at our house.
Jim Rhenda from the Heartiness Approach.
But you're not at our house.
Their kitchen is a little bit of a mess right
Our
now.
kitchen doesn't exist, as you well know.
4 walls and a partial floor.
We got the first drywall in today.
Awesome. That's so good. And these are Jim and Rhenda's friends, Austin and Sierra.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, we really appreciate you guys cooking this amazing meal for us. It was really nice to have that. We appreciate it a lot.
Oh, we're glad to have you.
We had to find a kitchen.
Yeah.
They said that you were coming into town and needed to find a dinner, and we're like, come on over.
I did not. I thought we were going to dinner, and he goes, well, come on.
okay, that's what it was.
But
You
I
said you were going to dinner. And
Yeah,
I
and you
invited
immediately invited us, which is amazing. So, I'm like, do you think he meant it? Come on. So, we'll go over there and bring another family with us.
Home-cooked meal of a restaurant any day.
Yeah, me too.
Well, thank you all again.
You're welcome.
All right.
So just like that, we're home. And just like that, it's 2019. 2018 flew by so fast, it's hard to remember what we did.
So here's a quick review. In March, we decided to start a YouTube channel. Sarah thought we should call it 180 degrees from average, but I wasn't too certain about that, but I went with it anyway. We shot our first video in the end of March. We had no idea what we were doing, so we went out and stoked the stove and videotaped it. Sarah and I were both extremely awkward on camera. After 18 hours of editing, we finally uploaded the video. We are now prepared for the entire world to see our video, but then only 18 people did. We're pretty sure they were all friends and family. Although nobody watched our video, we decided to keep making them. We went to the store to get a few baby chicks. Jojo had a hard time controlling herself.
Can I pet one? Can I pet one now?
Do that, get some geese. We came home with 28 chicks, teaching us the meaning of chicken math. We took a road trip to North Carolina to see Justin Rhodes' movie premiere. We met Justin and Rebecca, but I was too nervous to ask them to come on our channel, so I just kind of pointed the camera in their general direction. But Justin and Rebecca were really cool people. Justin said we had a great channel name. As it turns out, Sarah was right. At the premiere, we meet Jim and Rhenda from Heartiness Approach. They put us on their channel.
This is Ethan and Sarah, and your channel is
180. I was so nervous, and it's about right here that I start thinking, will anybody notice if I just run away? But it turns out we actually did a pretty good job on the interview, which was kind of shocking. As we were heading out of Asheville, my cell phone started to get notifications. We were getting subscribers, a lot of subscribers. As it turns out, Jim and Rhenda had just released their video. On our way home, we stopped in Nashville to see my sister and her family. We went to Bolton's, and I got their extra hot chicken. It was kind of a mistake. It was so hot. After we left Nashville, we stopped at White House on the Hill to see Jake and Becky. We had a great meal, and we ended up staying up till midnight just talking. After a long trip, we finally made it home. I started to build a chicken tractor. It was spring in Minnesota. We ate cooked food on the fire as much as we could, and I worked more on the coop. We had a scare when Sarah was admitted to the hospital for some kidney issues. Thankfully, she was okay.
If you like our videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button.
I can't talk.
It's a subscribe button.
Stop.
And she's not drinking, folks. This is just who she
normal
is.
Sarah.
Yep. And I worked even more on the coop. Lawrence and Sarah moved the chickens outside. And Lawrence danced with the chicken for the first time. I gave you a tour of our homestead, and at the end, I said, you know, like you find that thing that really excites you? I've always been the guy who's just gone and done that thing. Whatever that is, I just go do that. I don't think about it too much because my theory is if you're smart enough to think about anything for very long, you'll talk yourself out of doing just about anything that's worthwhile doing, because there are going to be so many things that come up where, like, if you think about it, why would you put yourself through that? So I purposely try to not think it all through, because that sounds like a really great way to not start doing anything. One day we noticed smoke in the air, and I made a video about how much I dislike bullies. We got our first thumbs down. Now we really are YouTubers. We planted some trees, maybe to protest the ones the government had just burned, or maybe just to plant some new ones. It's hard to say. The dog knocks over our camera and completely destroys our camera, lens, and microphone. Confronted with spending a bunch of money on a new rig, Sarah and I have to decide. Are we all in? Like, all in?
Or are we out?
We decide to go all in. I fixed my Dutch oven. Eric and his family from Life and Farmland came over. I cooked food in my Dutch oven on a nice campfire. We sat outside and ate food on a beautiful spring day. We cultivated the garden, went to a parade, planted potatoes with the kids, had a water fight, went to the Minneapolis farmers market. There were so many fresh veggies there, we did the most obvious thing and bought donuts. After searching for months, we finally found a free source of wood chips, and I put the chips in the garden. And in June, Sarah gave birth to our baby boy, August. I told the chicken, "You shall not pass!" And Dagny told Lawrence to destroy them. We picked and ate a lot of berries. Sarah and I told you about all the work we needed to get done on the house before winter. and I worked even more on the coop. I danced on camera, which must have caught the attention of the dancing farmer himself. I choose to believe this comment was in regard to my dancing. We finally got the ladies in their coop. Ben and Meg Hollar stopped by for a visit. As it turns out, Meg is a regular Annie Oakley with a longbow. Dagny? She's still working on it. Each night we stayed up late into the night like a bunch of teenagers. We talked about our pasts and our futures. When it came time for them to leave, tears were shed, friendships were realized. Sarah placed a Minnesota sticker on their RV. We had marked our place in their adventure. They pulled out the driveway and just like that, they were gone. Right after that, we won a contest that Big Family Homestead had created, and Brad and Krista invited us out to their homestead. I drove Krista's tractor, which apparently hadn't been working. It wouldn't stay started. Brad made sure to let me think it was my fault until I figured it out. We finally get a gimbal. Getting the gimbal took my ability to make a video to another level. We harvested a bunch of wild hazelnuts. Lawrence and I went to the Homestead Life Conference. And for the first time, Lawrence bought his own knife. He also got up in front of 400 people and talked with Doug. I was so impressed that I made the whole video about him. It's my favorite video of last year. If you haven't already, you should definitely watch it. On our way home, we stopped at Jim Rhenda's new homestead. Then we went to the Missouri State Fair and hung out with Jake and Becky. I came clean about the epic Back to Eden garden failure. We took a trip to Michigan's Upper Peninsula. I tried to convince you that it's the perfect place for you to build your homestead. Seriously, if you can handle the snow, this is paradise. We visited Lisa and Tim before we went home. They gave us a great tour of their homestead and their yurt. It's just beautiful. We went to Big Family Homestead's meetup and had a great time just hanging out with people. Lawrence and I went to the Homesteaders of America conference in Virginia. The boys were back together again. We got to hang out with old friends, and we made new friends like Jess and Miah from Roots and Refuge. Jess made me try some 2-year-old prosciutto. It was amazing. Oh, and remember how I couldn't muster the courage to ask Justin to come on our channel? This time, I did. Lawrence and I met the Hollars at Refuge Farm. As we walked around the property and witnessed its simplicity, I realized something really profound. You can do this. I can do this. It's not complicated. It's really simple. And all of us can do this. And if you don't believe that, go to Swoop, Virginia and walk around Joel's property and you will realize that you can do this. After nearly 2 weeks on the road, we made it home. Sarah had her boys back. We picked apples at Sarah's family's nursery, and Sarah spent 8 hours turning them into cider. We moved the coop next to the house for the winter. Sarah and I told you our 3 reasons why we homestead. Our neighbor gave us an amazing wood stove. Sarah cleaned out the ashes from the boiler. And we made it all the way down to Arkansas to spend Christmas with Roots and Refuge and the Hollar Homestead. And that is last year in a nutshell. But what are we gonna do this year?
We're gonna work on this house.
That's right, we gotta get this house done. We're moving in here middle of April. That's 3.5 months away, and I've gotta get this thing ready. So that is all we're gonna be doing for the next 3.5 months, is getting this house right here good enough so we can move in. I really hope that you're gonna enjoy this journey because we are going to have a lot of fun making this into our home.